It's a given that we will live a lot longer than our pets that we care for, cuddle, nurture, love and cherish. It stands for a reason that we will, at some point or another, will have to come to face with losing one of our fur babies. Hi, I'm Aspie. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness, sharing my life stories with autism and mental health, and taking you on a journey with me as I'm able to show you what my life is all about, versus also just some fun and game with a whole other variety of things. So if you're into any of these, feel free to subscribe on the bottom right hand corner and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, as I usually post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but that may subject to change, so keep on a lowdown to look out for what is needed to come. So this one's going to be broken into two parts of what I'm sharing with you right now, because obviously it might not have been shared. This one's very first one is how to cope with losing a pet or a beloved friend. So in saying this, basically, like, as we know that it's really difficult for whatever we lose in our life, be it if it's a family, friend, co-worker, maybe we lost a job or what have you, whether you know it or not, though, is coming right now, or it's unexpectedly it's time to say our goodbyes to our fur babies. It's a sad and emotional time for all of us when it does happen. Fortunately, I'm here today to actually share with you all there are many ways to cope with the loss of your fur babies. And in saying this also, I have done a video based on my series of saying goodbye to my fur babies. Basically, if you want to have a look into it, it will be in the iCard above in the description below. So first method is, before the death of your beloved pet, is number one, accept your pet's fate. At some point or another, we will need to come to terms with the mortality of our beloved pets. Even if the vet gave us a certain diagnosis of the animal's health and how long it's expected to live for, we definitely need to be ready for that. Preparation is key here, as well as the acceptance. There are very few animals that, like pets, have the expected lifespan of humans. If your pet is ill or is a senior pet, however, it's a good time to talk with your veterinarian at this point about your pet's continued quality of life, of what you can do for it to get it comfortable and free from any pain. Number two, talk with your vet. As we know, vets are really good for basically looking for answers or helping us to maintain the pet's health through its transitional stages of life, from the little tiny baby versus to adult or senior. And saying this, when it comes down to talking to your vet though, ask if and how much pain your pet is experiencing. Sometimes it's good also for ourselves, after talking to the vet, we should be able to differentiate if animal we love is in pain or not, and everything else that we need to question. Gather every information that you can and you will need on what your pet is facing. Knowing this will help you make the right decision for your pet, and knowing that you made the best choice possible for your pet can also help you better cope with the loss of a pet. We need to consider the animal's quality of life, and we need to ask ourselves a few questions before we make the final decision if you do decide to let your pet go, which I'm going to talk about euthanasia maybe in one of my videos about this of the animals, if you want to know more about what I shared, because obviously, as I said, one of my videos I did some vet nurse training, so I might share some insights on pet care versus that as well. If you want that, let me know in the comment section below. Is your pet in pain? Can the pain or illness be treated medically and still offer your pet a good quality of life? Does he or she have good appetite? Is your pet happy? Finally, give thought to whether medical treatment is financially viable for you, that you can actually, afford to do whatever treatment that may come your way for your beloved pet. As we know, for most of us though, finances do need to be a consideration, albeit a very unpleasant one. Based on the vet's assessment and your own prejudgment, make the decision with your pet's happiness in mind though. If you're not sure, consider getting a second opinion from another vet, may be crucial here. 3. Take pictures of your pet. You will want something to remember by, even if he or she looks sad and miserable or even sick. It's very important to take photos and videos, as a bittersweet memory as it may feel also, because obviously it can bring us comfort also. And I'm saying this, sometimes, like, what I am trying to do, as you may have seen in one of my videos, is for my new addition in the family, is to do as many videos while they're young, as well as doing their transitional stages before leading up to their old age, which I feel brings comfort to me. In the future, you may wish to boast about what a wonderful pet you had, and you may want to show people what he or she looked like. Collect anything else you want to remember them by. This may include a favourite toy, a blanket, a decorative element from a tank or a cage. Consider taking a clipping of your pets if you want to. You could also dip your pet's paw in a small bit of paint and place it on a piece of paper that you can later then display after the pet has died. 4. Continue to spend time with your pet. Despite its quality of life is declining, it is reassuring for your pet to know and that you're there with them until you do decide the final factor to let them go. Let your pet know how much you love them, reassure them, and cherish every moment. They'll know that you're still with them. Animals can sense people's auras and what their nature is like when you first got them to when you're about to let them go. Because obviously, as we know, that they have strong sixth sense, as well as also that in saying this, they have bond with us. As that happens, your bond and friendship with your pets from when it was transitioning will grow. Pet your special one in all its favourite place, and above all, make sure that they're comfortable. Talk and maybe even sing to them. Do things that your pet has always enjoyed when still able, like curling up on your lap for hours on end if need be at a time, giving plenty of time to roam in the yard and eating yummy little treats. Treat them once in a while. If there was ever a time to spoil your pet, this is the time to do so. Discuss your pet's diet with your vet. If your pet isn't at an advanced age, a change in diet may make your pet a bit happier and healthier on many levels, offering a diversity of food and all foods that are easier to eat or digest and will help prevent the weight loss. At the same time, respect your pet's wishes. If they want to be left alone, don't violate your pet's comfort. Let your pet have their own way with themselves. Number 5, consider staying with your pet during euthanasia, which again I'll be talking more about this later. I know many people won't want to come to terms with the animal to be put down in this way. Some may decide that when it comes down to leading to their decision that they might want to see if nature will take its course for that beloved pet, but each to their own with their decision. So in saying this, also basically it has clearly shown when you're with the animal after it's put down, they're at peace to know that you were with them, obviously, because I have read an article about this which I'm hoping to bring out in one of my video series about this. It's usually a painless and peaceful process for your pet, but most importantly you'll be with your beloved pet in its last moments, helping to ease its way along. Remind the vet to give an anesthetizing agent so that your pet goes to sleep before the actual injection does occur that ends their life. Holding and petting your animal can give you as much comfort as it gives to your pet, and though it's a sad experience to go through and endure it, it's one that will help you to feel you did all you could for your pet in this world. Number 6 is make arrangements as to what you will do with their earthly remains. When preparing for the loss of a pet, you'll also need to prepare for all of the practicalities as follows, as you do with a person when it comes down to when they pass on. There are an absolute nightmare if you are unprepared and may add to your grief and stress at that given moment of time. You want to ensure you've taken care of all the arrangements beforehand. You may wish to bury it in your yard with or without a grave marker. You can also have it buried in a cemetery or cremated, or you can ask for their ashes once they have been cremated and do a proper ceremony of letting your pet go. 7. Give family and friends a chance to say goodbye. Before your loved pet leaves your home forever, let the people who've enjoyed their presence know that it's not going to be around much longer. You've been given a chance to say goodbye, and so should they. Assuming your pet feels comfortable with people around them, getting the attention from various sources will make you and your pet feel more loved. So the last method is method 2 after your pet's death. Number 1, allow yourself to cry. It is a given basically that we shouldn't be bottling up emotions because it's not good for us, because it just will bring out some negativities along the long haul and you will feel sad forever. Forget all that nonsense that you're not supposed to mourn an animal as much as you would for a person, because after all they are still your beloved friend. There was a bond that you cherish, and no matter what the nature of the bond, it will be sadly missed. 2. Tell your friends about the loss. You might send out a mass email, but not to everyone in your address book, however. It may hurt at first to send it to those who know you well and care about you. You'll receive many responses that let you know others loved and appreciated your pet and will validate your feelings towards this time. 3. Remember your pet. Don't pretend you never had. Even though it makes you sad, it's best to remember and cherish the memories, not ignore them. It may hurt at first to actually bring up about the memories you had, but it's the only path to closure, and it's the only way you'll ever be able to remember fondly with your time of when you were with your pet. This is a good time to maybe make a scrapbook, post photos on your blog or homepage, do videos, include pictures, stories and notes about your pet, etc, etc. Read the Rainbow Bridge poem online, as well as some other poems that I have read about, which I'll hopefully have in the image above me. It will make you feel better about your loss. Create some form of legacy for your pet when they're going to be remembered. 4. Get on with your life. Although losing a pet is very sad, like with anything we have sadly lost, basically it's no reason to shut ourselves up in a house and go into that depression mode. Your pet has always felt comfortable and you're confident, and the sooner you get back on track, the sooner you'll be yourself again. So self-care is important here in this one. Consider volunteering at a local animal shelter. While emotionally you may not be prepared to welcome another pet in your home right away, even though I suggest not to do that, obviously, because you need to, again, allow yourself time to grieve. Basically, in saying this, basically, the act of having to care for a homeless pet basically will then, in that desperate time of need of a caring human, may help with your grieving and sadness. Do something in memory of your pet. There's a lot of things you can do in memory of your pet. You could plant a tree somewhere in your backyard of what they used to love playing in or climbing in. Donate to a shelter or college of veterinary medicine or what have you, or just bear with the vet and whatnot. This clearly is a real short video, hopefully, how to cope losing a pet. Smash the like if you like this, comment below if you've lost a pet and what did you do, sort of thing. If I missed any tips here, feel free to also share them below, or shall we say friendly advice from the Aspie. Saying this, don't forget that I have got a merch store that I'm trying to hopefully add a bit more style designs in the next 2 months or so to hopefully help with extra funding, along with the crowdfunding page of basically the Patreon account. For those of you who are new today, Patreon is like a subsidy account for us creators, be it music creators, content creators that are doing mental health or water form. It is that they're using as a form of the platform on YouTube, Twitch, or wherever else they may likely to fly about. Basically a bit about giving back to you guys when you do support. So if you feel to donate to me, big or small, no pressure basically, but it'd be much appreciated if you did. But hey, this will cover my cost of my rent, the travel when I do some more traveling with Aspie series, or just traveling in general, as well as maybe better recording equipment, so to speak, with the camera setup and whatnot, so that I'm not solely relying on my phone and many other parts that were thing. And in saying this, with the Patreon account, basically you'll see that I've been trying to do some benefits and ties for you to give back to you as a thank you for, you know, journeying with me, even though some of it will be maybe for free, some of it, you know, maybe need out of my pocket to send you guys certain stuff, be it if it may be if you donate to a certain amount, merch of your choice, versus basically maybe if I can afford to print out a copy of my book that I did 3 years ago, if you're interested in reading my life story more there. And I'm saying this also just to let you guys know down that I've got some projects in the works that I'm still hoping that if anyone wants to participate for project number 1 of the Journey Through the Mind series, that you may have seen Lydia, who was the first participant from Life with Lydia, basically sharing her life story. So I'm hoping to do short blurts of documentary style stories basically based on this. And in saying this, basically if you want to be on the bandwagon in any way for that, feel free to comment below. As well as saying this, the second project of it was supposed to be an icebreaker for you guys, just to answer a series of questions. And if you do decide to come back for the second part of that Journey Through the Mind series to be a more depth storyline, please feel free, because I'm hoping later today, if all goes to plan, and I'm hoping to maybe get someone on the side to maybe animate them or what have you. And I'm saying this also, if you've seen some of my other videos, be it through my, you know, poetry, my baking with Aspie and everything else, please let me know what you would see more of, because at this point of time it's all about giving back to you guys regardless. But I know I should be focusing solely on mental health and awareness and acceptance and inclusion as an advocate, but I would like to try and bring in some mixture of things so I don't, you know, bore you guys, so that you can just, instead of getting to know me, maybe getting to know others that were interested in coming into play. And then there's also just a heads up, basically I was hoping in the works later today to do a second part of my book that I did based on my life of an Aspie, looking through the life of Aspergers Syndrome or something along those. I'll link the link in the description below based on that as well, so that if any one of you that are maybe autistic and are from the autistic community groups and you're interested in participating, let me know, so that maybe we can get the ball rolling and get the short stories done and up as well as a third part of my book series, because I'm still thinking that there are certain topics I may have not touched base on from the first part of my book of the Journey Through Life with Aspergers Syndrome of mine. And to wrap it up, basically I have some other funding pages, like basically GoFunding or some other funding page that I've got, that if you're interested in maybe doing it through there instead of through basically Patreon. But as you know, Patreon and this other one, you have the option of PayPal and just insert bank account details and whatnot. And also, I'm trying to keep my blog up to date so I can create it as a website, hopefully as of before next year, because that's my main goal. I'm still looking for someone who is willing to actually maybe help me design it from WordPress to actually put this web address in and stuff and tidy it up so that we can actually put other bits and pieces in that you may want to see on there, so to speak, if you've seen it, sort of thing. You know, hopefully you're enjoying some of the read-ups of what I write, even though it's similar to what I share with you guys of certain videos I might have put out, sort of thing. So it's easier for you guys when you come onto my WordPress site, that if you're a visual person instead of like a reader person, some of it is similar, but it should hopefully have some bits and pieces. And also in saying this, I'm at this point of time been away for a few times too because of the subtitling I'm doing. I hopefully you enjoyed this video, and do what you love what you do. Until next time, I'll see you again soon. Ciao for now.